Good day, everyone, and a big welcome to the Faculty of Professions. My name is Antoinette Severino, Student Advisor for Postgrad Business School Programs. Thank you for joining us today in the Semester 2 orientation session. We have a limited number of students joining us here at Scott Lecture Theatre, and our thoughts are with the students who are still unable to join us on campus at this stage. Starting a new program or just being new in the university is exciting to most students, but could be daunting to some. Today, we will walk you through the support services available as we are here to help you succeed in the program. We start with the acknowledgement of country. We wish to acknowledge that the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains, and the land on which the University of Adelaide campuses are built, in North Terrace, Waite, Tebarton, and Roseworthy. Our first speaker is the Faculty Executive Dean and also the Acting Provost. In 2001, he was awarded a Centenary of Federation Medal. Please welcome Professor John Williams.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that warm welcome. I too would like to start by acknowledging that we're meeting on the lands of the Kaurna people, who are the traditional owners of the university of which we are. And I really encourage you all, if you get the opportunity, to go to the bottom of campus to see the new Learning Circle, which is a fantastic contribution of Kaurna learning and Kaurna activity on this campus. And it's a constant reminder that this university is built on the lands of a culture which goes back millennia. And in some senses, the university is also built on knowledge and thoughts that go back centuries. And that's one of the great things about the university, is that ability to bring from around the world and from our own country the thoughts and the messages and the insights, and to have them with us. There are very few universities that are older than their country. Australia was founded as a country in 1901, relatively recently. But the University of Sydney was in 1850, the University of Melbourne in 1853, and our own university in 1874. So this university is older than the country that it's in. And I want to say something about that. If you think about the confidence of the people who established this university in 1874, I mean, what were they hoping for? What did they want to achieve? They must have had ideas of confidence, of progress, of advancement. They must have had ideas about what the future would be, and you are the future. Your achievement here today is that. One of my offices I currently hold, and my colleague would probably know about this, I'm in the Mitchell Building. If you know the Mitchell Building, it's the old building in the front of the university. You should go past it. My office used to be, in 1879, when the building was opened, it was described as the ladies' students' reading room. So my office is the ladies' students' reading room. Now, it's lovely and quaint, but there's one thing we should take from that. When the university was founded, the belief was that women were going to be here and were going to be involved in the education. This university has always been at the forefront of the role of women in this society. So much so, there was a ladies' women's reading room, which I now occupy. Thankfully, there are other places for women to also do reading these days other than my office. So what I want to say to you is, some of you will be quite nervous about the step you're making. Education can be like that. But what I want to start by saying is you've made the right choice. You've chosen the right university, and Noel will tell you, you've also chosen the right degree. The degrees you're doing will be great. But learning is all about challenging. You're not alone. If you go back to that historical moment, if you're feeling nervous, imagine what that first student who arrived here in 1874 was feeling. and the one after that. Everybody's had nerves about this. You stand in the shoes of giants. Everybody's been down this road. And I also want to welcome not only our students here today, but I acknowledge our students who are overseas at the moment hoping to get here. This university's always brought students from around the world. Last night I had a look around from the Advertiser, the newspaper here. If you don't know it, you may learn. If you read it, you may not. But in February 1949, just after the war, there was an article in the newspaper that said more than overseas students at university, more than double the number of overseas students will be studying at the University of Adelaide this year, said the Register, Mr. A.W. Brampton. Enrolments have been accepted from 4 Americans, 1 Indian, 1 Iraqi, 1 European from Cairo, several Englishmen, and 7 or 8 Malaysians, he added. So we doubled our numbers in 1949, but this was welcoming people from around the world, and I welcome those today. So congratulations. These are in doubt difficult times. The times we are in are stories that you'll be able to tell your grandchildren about. No one will ever see this again, we hope. So these are made for very challenging times, as they say, for your education. But there's some good news. This state is so safe compared to other places in the world. We're really pleased about that. One of the great things that we've achieved is 93% of our classes are now going to be face-to-face in second semester. We want you back on campus. We want you to experience campus life, and our colleagues who are overseas, we hope to soon welcome you here to us. Staff have been working hard to achieve this quick flip into some online environment, but now back into a face-to-face. What you'll hear today, and I ask you to continue that, is to keep all the social distancing, take all the good practices. You'll see the place is full of hand sanitizer, all those sort of things. Common sense will drive us through this. Working together will also. I want to say one last thing about your education. We all want you to succeed. That's the starting point. We all want you to succeed. So your success is both our success. So get involved in study groups, practice, take good notes, but most importantly, when you don't know, ask. The one thing, we do not leave a classroom thinking, that if only I'd ask that question. Ask. If you don't know, ask. One last point. Your education is broader than your study. Your education is broader than your study. Join a club. Get involved in the life of the university. Meet people. Meet people you don't already know. These are going to be the people you're going to spend the rest of your careers, and some of you the rest of your lives with. Challenge yourself. Be bold. The university, the faculty welcomes you. We look forward to seeing you, and I look forward to seeing you graduate in 3 or 4 years as you walk across that stage. Remember this day and remember your graduation, because in between it's going to be a great ride. Thank you, colleagues.
Our next speaker is the Pro Vice Chancellor Entrepreneurship and also the Dean of Business of the Adelaide Business School. In the past, he was also the Academic Director, Singapore Operations of Ngan Adelaide Campus. Please welcome Professor Noel Lindsay.
Thank you, Antoinette. And a big welcome to everybody here too. It's fantastic to see you here, and I can tell you, you made the right decision. As John has said, this university is one of the top universities in the world, and so too, our business school is one of the leading business schools, not only in Australia, but in the world. We were established in 1902. The forerunners of the Adelaide Business School was set up in 1902. So 118 years ago is where our roots come from. And so we are steeped in tradition, steeped in history. Business is in our DNA. But I got to tell you that while we have these deep roots there and tradition and so on, that we are future looking, we are contemporary, we are not only about the here and now, but also the future, which is important for you because we are about helping you to get what you want out of your life, out of your career in going forward. And that's why I know you've made the right decision. John mentioned beforehand, Professor, our Executive Dean mentioned that, enjoy this very first day, reflect upon it. Because I was thinking myself, I studied at the University of Queensland, another group of 8, top university here, a sister university to us. And I still remember my first day when I started my Bachelor of Commerce in accounting there. And I've cherished those thoughts over the years. So do reflect upon this day. You've made the right decision. And in terms of your career, one of the things I can tell you is that regardless of whether you're studying commerce, accounting, marketing, finance, entrepreneurship, project management, you will have a great trajectory and you'll have a great time while you're here. Let me explain why. Because you'll not only get the necessary technical knowledge that you need here, whether in whatever disciplinary area, but you'll also get those critical employment skills there in terms of creativity, what employers look for, creativity, innovation. You'll have the opportunity to study these, design thinking there, critical thinking there. These are so important, these other skills that overlay your disciplinary knowledge. And then a third layer as well is the experiential side of things that we offer. So whether it's participating, studying in our financial lab, where you'll actually get to play on the stock market, not only play, but participate on the stock market if you're that way inclined. Whether you're interested in entrepreneurship. This university is ranked #1 in Australia for entrepreneurship education. Out of the 39 universities in Australia, we are ranked #1. And there's good reason why that, because entrepreneurship, like business, is in our DNA as well. And so you will have the opportunity to develop up a more enterprising mindset there, to think differently. Not only just if you want to set up your own business, but employers also value enterprising mindsets as well. And so you'll have the opportunity, if you want, to set up in our ThinkLab business incubators, to set up a business of your own while you're studying with us, so that when you graduate not only with a degree from here, but you'll also graduate with a business. And we have 6 of these at the moment in Australia and around the world. So we've got 2 in Adelaide, 2 of our business incubators in Australia. We have 1 in France, 1 in Singapore, another one in partnership in New Zealand, and another one in Loxton in regional South Australia. So that means you can move around depending on what you want to think about in terms of developing up a business. The other thing, of course, not everyone wants to go into their own business. You may want to go and work for somebody. So we'll give you the opportunity to actually help you develop up a business for perhaps an existing employer or a prospective employer to enhance your employment prospects. So experiential side of things is very important here, along with the internships and everything else. One final thing I'd just like to touch upon. So some of you, most of you I suspect, have enrolled in a particular degree program, but I'd like to just get you to think about, this is your very first experience, perhaps for many of you, most of you. When you finish your degree, your studies, then you'll be looking to get a job. So, and I know that by studying here, that will give you an edge, it will give you a leg up, because many employers value Group of 8 education, steeped in theory, but applied as well. But if you want to have an additional layer there to enhance your employability, can I just give you a word of advice? And I wish I had have done this when I was sitting in your shoes, and that is this. You'll have the opportunity, if you want, to actually study an additional degree if you want to. So normally, a Bachelor of Commerce, Bachelor of Finance, whatever, will take you 3 years. And if you wanted to do another degree, normally that would take you another 3 years. But from next year, you may have the opportunity there, depending on what you want to study in, to do 2 degrees, not in 6 years, not in 5 years, but 4 years there. Now this depends. If you're doing it with law, it'll take you maybe 5 years or so. But if you're doing, say, a Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting and, say, a Bachelor of Entrepreneurship, then you'll probably complete that in 4 years. And one other point, if you didn't want to go down that route, you could think about doing down the track, and you just want to think about these things at the moment, maybe doing an honours degree and or a PhD down the track there. So, what we try to do here is we're about trying to enhance your future career prospects. And we want to give you options. If you stuff up and you think, I've started studying this in this area and I want to study somewhere else, it's not for me, we can help you do that. We can help you in a whole range of areas. So it's about the future, your future. We can help you achieve what you want to achieve, whatever that is, through providing you options and flexibility. Thank you.
Thank you. No? Just turn it off. Okay. Within the Faculty of Professions, the Profession Support Hub is the focal point in providing student support services. We are here to assist you from the time you commence in your program, which officially starts today, up to completion time. This includes program advice, enrollment, internship, global study, among others. We are located in the Nexus 10 building, and we are now open to assist you in person and on campus or online. Within the building, we have dedicated spaces for our students, such as student zone, prayer room, and parents room. Within the Profession Support Hub, the Programs and Student Success team is ready to empower and support students to make informed decisions to achieve their academic goals. We are proud to have dedicated student advisors across all programs, so everyone should have its own student advisors. We work well under the team. We work well under our team leader, Ms. Alex Williams. By now, everyone should already have a copy of their program study plan. Do you have a copy of your study plan by now? Okay, good. We strongly advise students to enroll into 4 courses or 12 units every semester. To get a copy of your study plan, please visit the Professions webpage. You can either select UG or PG or the discipline depending on what's relevant to you. This is an example of a study plan in an undergraduate program, such as the Bachelor's of Accounting and Corporate Finance. So as you can see, it indicates the courses that you should be enrolling in every semester. The next slide is an example of a study plan in the postgraduate program in the Master of Accounting and Finance. This is one of the most popular programs we have in the business school. We strongly advise students to enroll in the courses every semester following the study plan. We don't advise students to cherry pick, but follow the courses as listed. Why? Because of 3 important reasons. 1, not every course is offered every semester. Second, most courses would have prerequisites or courses that you need to enroll in before you can enroll into the next one. The third one, it will allow you to complete your program on time. Okay? So those are the 3 reasons why you should enroll following the study plan. Most programs have either general electives, closed electives, or a combination. So going back to the first example, the second example in the Master of Accounting and Finance, you will see this program has 6 units or 2 spaces for closed electives. That means students enrolled in this program will have to choose from the courses as listed below to be counted as units in their program, as credits. The next bit is about thinking of part-time study. Part-time study is not recommended for international students because you are tied up with your COE, meaning you have to complete the program as prescribed duration. For domestic students, it may be possible, but you need to check because it might affect your eligibility for Centrelink. This is how your enrollment load should be every semester. So if you are enrolled in the 48 units program, for example, Master of Commerce, Master of Accounting, that means if you follow the study plan, enroll in 4 courses, 12 units every semester, you should be finishing after 4 semesters. So by semester 1 of 2022, you should be done with your program. The same thing with a 36 units program, or if you're in the bachelor's program, it will be covered in 6 semesters. Course planner is where you can find the list of courses offered every teaching period, because courses could be offered once a year or twice a year or across all teaching periods. Course planner will also give you information about timetable, such as including spaces available and if tutorials is offered online or on campus. So in semester 2, we have tutorials that's online. It says MyUni Online OL. And then we have the face-to-face. For students here in Adelaide, we strongly advise you to enroll into the face-to-face tutorials. Course outline will give you a preview of the course before enrolling. So this will give you an idea what the course is all about. Information includes course description, course coordinator, including contact details, what the assessments will be. It will tell you if it will have a final exam, essays, group works. So this is their preview before enrolling in the course. Once you enroll in the course, that enrollment will go into your MyUni dashboard. So if you enroll in the course today, don't freak out. It will appear in your MyUni by tomorrow. It takes about overnight for the system to update. So once you get into MyUni, you will be able to access the welcome video from the course coordinator, so you get to know who's teaching the course. And then you'll be able to access course materials, including assessments, due dates, and then you can also join the discussion board. Critical dates. We advise you to get to know the critical dates, including when the last day to add courses yourself. And that is including when payment is due and also the census date. So it's best for you to be familiar of these important dates. Census date is the last day to enroll courses, to drop courses without incurring any liabilities or fees. If by any chance you need to drop a course, make sure you do it on or before the census date. The census date for semester 2 is on the 19th of August. After that, if you drop a course, you will still need to pay for the fees. Program advice and student success tips. We advise you to make your study your priority, so meaning you need to allocate a minimum of 48 hours to study per week. You need to prepare ahead of time, know when the assessments are due, and from today, we check your university email account in MyUni, because this is how we communicate with you. Gone is the time that we communicate through your personal email address. From now on, it's your university email account, how we get in touch with you. Check your Access Adelaide to view your weekly timetable, because some courses could be running weekly, same time, same room. But some courses could be running on specific dates and could change time or even the room. Today's Wednesday. Your classes will start officially on Monday. Take the time to go around campus, check the building, check where your classes will be. So come Monday, you won't be stressed out, and just be ready for your class. And please do not hesitate to ask for help. Student advisors are your first point of contact for any inquiry. You may contact your lecturers for any academic related matters. So meaning if you have questions about when is the due date, can I have an extension, can I see my paper, can I join a group, that's to your course coordinators. But anything about program advice, I'd like to transfer into a new program, my enrollment, it's clashing, I can't enroll, that is with us, with the student advisors. The Profession Support Hub also provides drop-in centers should you need any help in your accounting, finance, and economics courses. This is free, no booking is required. This runs from week 2 to week 12 every semester. So instead of getting extra help, a tutor, a private tutor, you don't need to because we offer this help to you at no charge. And in the Central Hub, you can also get supports with the Maths Learning Center and the Writing Center. We advise you also to be familiar with these important and relevant university policies. These are the key policies that you need to be aware of as a student. And academic honesty is all about doing the right thing. So this is from submitting your assessments, doing the final exam. Please make sure you read the policy. Learning goes beyond the four corners of the room. So there are also university clubs that you can join to further develop your skills. Daisy Shang is our internship coordinator, and we'll talk more about other opportunities on offer.
Thank you, Antoinette. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the University of Adelaide. My name is Daisy, and I work in the internship team in the Faculty Professions. So today, I'm just going to go through a few of the student experience program that we provide here at the Faculty Professions. But before I bore you with details about all these programs, I would like to share a little story with you. So this is many, many years ago when I first started my university, okay? I was just like one of you guys. I was attending an orientation session just like the one that we're here today. And I was so eager and so excited to, not only to find out what's going to happen in the next couple of years at uni, but also, most importantly to me, what is going to happen after I graduate, okay? Well, hopefully I get employment. But back then, I didn't know anyone here. I don't have any family connection. I was just all by myself. How do I do that? Is there any service available at the university? Who is able to help us to get there? So I was telling myself that out of that orientation session, if there is one thing I'm going to get out of it, it will be that question I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask, so what's going to happen after we graduate? How can we get a job? So that's the question I was going to ask, okay? So I deliberately sat on the very front row of the lecture theater on that day, and I pull up all my strength and all my courage, ready to ask the question when the lecturer said, okay, so now who has more questions for me? So I raised up my hand, shakingly, and then asked in a very trembling voice, I said, yes, I really would like to know how to get a job after I graduate. And then guess what? The lecturer then said in a very calming and soft voice, she said, well, honey, I think it's a little bit too soon for you to start thinking about life after graduation. Let's get you through uni first, shall we? So that was it. That was the answer to the question that I wanted to ask so badly. And it has bothered me ever since. So I decided that I'm going to get a job after graduation where I could be in a position to tell all the new students it is never too early to start planning for your future career, okay? So that's the point I'm trying to get here. It is never too early to start planning for your future career. So now back to the topic. So how could we, the university, be able to help you to get successful employment outcome after you graduate? So firstly, you have to understand that this is not a one-man job, okay? So meaning that you can't do it by yourself, obviously, and the university can't really help you if you are not putting any genuine effort. So when I say genuine effort, what I mean is to get involved, be active, attend things like even orientation session today, or go to one of those things that's listed above, the activities, the industry site visit, networking events, career consultation, do an internship while you're at university. So all these things will be happening at your life at the university. So now you must be wondering then, how do I find more information about all these amazing activities. So there are actually 3 ways. First of all, if you haven't done so already, sign up to our bi-weekly Professions Hub newsletter. And the newsletter should be in your inbox already. If not, it will come in the next couple of weeks. And actually read the newsletter, okay? Because that's the touch point of us telling you what's happening on campus. And second of all, it's Career Hub. So trust me, it will be your best friend for the next couple of years when it comes to employment information, the resources about how to build up your confidence level, interview skills, all those kind of things. Career Hub is your go-to place, okay? And the link is just right there. Or you can go to university homepage and search for Career Hub. And last but not least, talk to us. And for those students that's currently online, we are also having an online presence as a profession support services. So you can get in touch with us online anytime. And we are located on level 1 of Nexus 10 building if you're looking for us physically. And we're here to help.
Use the laptop, Daisy.
Okay, so here is another program you will definitely find very helpful during your degree. It is the internship program. And our internships opportunity comes in different shapes and forms, as you can see. So we have our traditional in-company internship, where you'll be doing an internship within a company's actual location, and then you will help them to complete a project within 20 days. And this in-company internship, just think of it as a normal job application, okay? So you have to go through a competitive process. You will be shortlisted based on your resume, your cover letter, and you will be interviewed by the host organization. So in-company internship is competitive, and it's open all year round. So whenever you feel like you're ready, you have your resume ready, you have toned up your interview skill, you're ready to apply, then just come forward and apply. And in-company internship, most of our hosts are based here locally in South Australia, but from time to time, we do have international opportunities. And another one, virtual internship. As the name suggested, it is virtual. It's purely online, and the host organization could be located anywhere across the globe. Okay, and this program, compared to the traditional one, is less competitive, but you do have to have a good resume and cover letter just to make up the good application document. And virtual internship, unfortunately, is only open in semester 1 and semester 2, and you have to apply by a certain date. So for semester 2 this year, we have already closed the application, but definitely look out for 2021. There will be more. That's guaranteed. Okay, now, as a first-year student, Global Trade Accelerator, the very last program on the slides, is highly recommended for first-year students because it is only open to first-year students, and regardless of postgrad or undergrad, you can apply. And it is a program that's extracurricular, meaning that it won't be counted towards your degree, but it can be counted towards the Adelaide Graduate Award, which is an award program that's recognizing your contribution outside of your study. So Global Trade Accelerator is the program where you will be working with your peers in a team of 3 or 4, and then you'll be connected with an industry professions, and then you will be helping a client to complete a mini project within 2 weeks. And Global Trade Accelerator, the actual program happens in September, so the time is coming up, but the application is still open, okay? So if for anyone who is wanting to get to know more about this program and want to know where to apply, Career Hub is your go-to place. Okay. And don't forget, we also have overseas experience. Even though it is a very strange time, indeed, we're not really giving any access on traveling overseas, and our current program are actually on hold until, as you can see, April next year, but it's not suggesting that you shouldn't start planning about it. And here are just some of the past examples of our exchange program, as well as our study tours. They were very fantastic opportunities. Those are the feedback that we received from our past participant. Okay, I think that's all from me. And next we will have Tom from Unisports to tell you more about how you can stay physically active while you're at university.
How's it going, everybody? Yeah, we're good. Can people hear me? All right. So I'm Tom from Adelaide University Sport, and I'm here today to show you something outside of your studies. So while you're here on the university campus, we've got some great options for you for a bit of stress relief while you are studying. So I'm going to start off with a bit of a video, if I can get this going, for a bit of information about who we are. So that's a bit of a snapshot on some sports that we do have on campus. So we have a total of 36 sporting clubs. So hopefully there's something that you guys do want to begin with. So can I just first ask how many, if people can put their hands up, how many international students do we have in here? So a few, and then quite a few locals as well. So I know with a lot of the international students that we do have that they do like getting involved with sport, and it doesn't just have to be the sport, it can be volunteering as well. But what we do is we provide our students an opportunity to be involved in sport, as I say, if that's on-field, off-field, behind the scenes. We also have recreational activities for students, so that doesn't have to be competitive. We do have social events on campus that you can just turn up to and get involved, as well as just different programs with the gym and everything else. If you do like to volunteer and you're maybe not involved in sport too much, we do always offer opportunities with club committees. So out of our 36 clubs, all of the clubs have committees. If you want to be involved as a president, a secretary, it's something that you guys can get involved in, and it looks fantastic at the end of your studies with extracurricular activities. And then we've also got scholarships and grants available to you. So there's a specific profession scholarship that we do provide. So if you do want to discuss that later on, later today, we'll be down at the Bar Smith Lawns and you can ask about the scholarships we do provide, but there is one specific to first year profession students. As I discussed earlier, we've got our 36 clubs, so have a read of the list here. We do sort of range between field sports, outdoor rec, martial arts, court, and then pretty much everything in between. So we have stuff like water ski that some of you might not have heard of before, but if you do wakeboard or you've heard of like snow, like skiing with the snow, you can do that on the water as well. And we've got a shack up probably about an hour outside of Adelaide that you can go visit and get involved with the club there. If there is something on this, not on this list that you do like, we are open to starting new clubs as well. So you can come discuss it with AU Sport, and we're more than happy to discuss creating a club that you might be interested in. We've got a lot of events at AU Sport. That does include on and off campus and intervarsity. So, for example, I was just discussing we've got some social sports. So you can see with the photo down the bottom, we've jumped on the Bar Smith lawn and have a bit of a cricket match going on there. Our top right's our City to Bay. So we've got about 25,000 South Australians and interstaters that do come and compete in the City to Bay, which is a 12-kilometre run or walk, whatever you prefer. And we usually have about 400 student, staff, alumni that get involved in that, and that's something fantastic as a community feel that we do run for you guys. And then you've got the more serious sports like intervarsity. We compete interstate as a university. We compete against the other 43 universities nationwide, and we've had quite a bit of a success over the last few years, specifically basketball in the last year, where we won the Div 2 and then followed up with our Div 1 championship, where we beat 43 other universities there. As discussed, you can see some photos here. The one down the bottom is our basketball championship last year, where we did beat other universities, and then there's some silly bloke trying to record it on his phone. That's me. So we were in the Gold Coast at that stage last year. This year, unfortunately, due to COVID, we were meant to be in Perth about this time of the year, but we're stuck in Adelaide. But next year it will be back on, pending everything there. And you can see top right, we've also got our netball where they competed against Monash last year in Melbourne. Earlier discussing scholarships, so if you do need some help and you're involved in sports, we do provide those scholarships for you. They're open for the next couple of weeks, so if you are interested in being involved in sport while you're here and you do need a bit of help financially, if it is competing interstate or just help with your study because you're training or other things going on, visit our website, theblacks.com.au/scholarships, and you can see all that we do provide. So there's probably about 15 different scholarships available to you, so have a read, and it's free money in the end. It helps your study as well as your sporting endeavours. If competitive or social sports not your sort of thing, the Fitness Hub is available to you. So those who just want to keep fit by going to the gym, do a cardio workout or weights or whatever you want to do at the gym, the Fitness Hub is open every day of the week, so 7 days a week on campus. So they're in the Union House building. If you don't know where that is, picture where the uni bar is in the cloisters. It's a few floors up above that. And they'll look after anyone. If you do join a sporting club, there's also a discount for you. I think it's 10% off your membership at the Fitness Hub as well there. But super cheap for students and a great way again to have that stress reliever while you're studying. So lastly, I reckon, just how do I join? I'm always pretty friendly. I'm not going to bite your head off if you do come discuss it with me. But if you just want to look at all the sports, a bit more information about them, head to our website, theblacks.com.au. We'll have all our 36 clubs posted up there, and you can read any information about when they train, when they play, and everything else. Or come visit myself in the Uni Sport office, which is George Murray Building, down the ground floor in the cloisters. If you want to take a quick picture, there's our website, Facebook page and Instagram. Have we got any questions in the room at all about sport? Anything that anyone's interested in? No? All good. So yeah, as I say, I'll be down the Bar Smith Lawns for probably the next hour, so if you want to come have a chat to us, I can give you any information that you guys need, and there's a few freebies down there as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. So our message is you're never alone in your studies. We are here to help you, and your well-being is very important to us. Please take the time to check the well-being webpage to access the support that you know, the support that you need. So this includes study tips, mental health, about body health. We also offer counseling support, disability support, international student support, and elite athlete support. So there's help around for you. And again, your first point of contact is your program advisor or your student advisor. And we are located in the Nexus 10 building. After this presentation, we invite you to see us in the Nexus 10 building for program advice and enrollment help. Again, with emphasis on counseling support, this is how you can access the support you need. You can also follow us on Instagram. We wish you all the best in your studies as you start your academic journey with us. And again, a big welcome to the Faculty of Professions. Do you have any questions? Okay. We look forward to seeing you in the Nexus 10 building. Thank you.